Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's Amir Hussein, and today we got a really important video. We're going to be covering my top tips, tricks, strategies, and even some more stuff that have been helping me be successful in this NFT space. And then also some other things that some of my friends use that are making them successful in the NFT space. So what I'm trying to do is just make sure you guys are getting on the right path to be successful in the NFT space. So before we get started, make sure to go subscribe down below. It actually helps the channel out so much. Thank you guys for 12,000 subscribers, by the way. We're growing so fast. And while you're at it, make sure to go like the video and also tell me what you guys want to see in these next videos in the comment section down below. Let's get started. So one of the first things that a lot of people ask me when they're just getting into the NFT space is, how do I be successful? Like, where do I start and all this stuff? And one of the first things I tell people is make sure you're on Twitter and make sure you're in an alpha group. And speaking more about Twitter, that is actually one of the most valuable tools you'll ever have when in this NFT space. It's going to help you get into projects earlier. It's going to help you get more reputable information as long as you're following reputable people. And overall, just keeps you more updated with what's going on in the market, since Twitter is a very fast way to spread information. And so actually a few reputable people on Twitter that you guys should follow is in the description down below. I'm going to make it really organized in the description so you guys can follow along with everything I'm saying in this video. Trust me, this is where you guys are going to get your best information the quickest way possible. And then also, while you're on Twitter, you want to make sure that these people are genuine. You don't want to follow people that are just trying to like pump their own bags and all that stuff. So again, you just want to be careful on Twitter. As long as you're following reputable people and staying active on there and staying updated, you will be successful. You will get into these projects early and you'll find the right information at the right time. So that's one of the first things. And then also getting into alpha groups, which I'm going to talk about later on in the video because that is a whole nother topic. Now, the next thing I want to get into is be careful when buying the dip on NFT projects when you're on the secondary market, which is OpenSea, because there's usually never a recovery, and this just goes for most NFT projects. This doesn't go for every single project, so don't quote me when this actually doesn't happen. So what we're looking at here is just a project. I'm not going to say the name of the project because I don't want to be trashing any projects, and so we can just see here the floor of this project, like the average price used to be around 3 ETH, and then as the volume slowed down, as there was less people talking about this project and the hype slowed down, the floor price just started tanking. And then it just pretty much just keeps on going down. I'm just talking about most projects in general. So this is just to save you guys from trying to buy the dip on a project that's never going to recover. When talking about blue chip NFTs, that is a whole different story. Now let me show you a chart of a blue chip NFT. Now here's an example of a chart for a blue chip NFT project. Again, I'm not going to say the name of the project, but we can just see here the floor is pretty stable, and over time it either goes up or it just stays pretty stable. And sometimes we'll see a little bit of a downtrend, but just overall, blue chips are a lot more stable and the communities are a lot more stronger. And then, if you are even maintaining the floor price, I'm sure you're going to get some cool utility out of the project either way, which in return can make you back more money than what you invested. So just overall, that's why I do recommend you guys putting your money into blue chips. When the market is tanking, these are the ones that are the most stable. These are the ones that will make you feel the most safe. So overall, that's why I'm just showing you guys this. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is there's no need to FOMO into everything. What you guys should be doing is developing a plan and stick to it so you can be the most effective trader possible and make the most safe, secure profits possible. So what I'm trying to show you guys here is an example on NFT Tools, which is a tool which I'll get into later, but this is an example of a lot of projects that are selling right now. We can see that these projects have high sales for the past day. Right here, we're filtering for the 1 day. We can just see that a bunch of projects have a bunch of sales. And what I'm really trying to get to is I just want you guys to look at these projects and then come back again in a week or 2 weeks and just see how a lot of these projects, and probably 90% of these projects, are not going to really be even talked about, or no one's going to even know about them anymore because everyone's going to be on to the next thing. Right now, we're in a little bit of a flippers market, so we got to be careful with all these types of things. If you want to have a liquidity exit, it's going to be a lot more tough in a few weeks because a lot of these projects are just not going to be around anymore. So again, I'm not trying to shame or hate on any projects. I'm just saying what's actually going to happen so you guys can be more safe. Now, next thing I want to get into is one of the first things that I look at when I'm getting into an NFT project that I'm hoping for to be successful, and that is looking at their Twitter engagement. So when I get into NFT projects, one of the first things I look at is not their Discord numbers, not their Instagram followers, but one of the first things I look at is their Twitter, right? So let's take a look at Cyber Gorillas, for example, right? They have about 20,000 followers. Now we can take a look at a post that they made about a day ago, and we can just see how much engagement they're actually getting, right? So they have a lot of engagement on this post for the reason that they're giving away whitelist spots. So I want to take a look at a post that does not involve whitelist spots at all. So we can see here, this is like an informational post, and we can just see there's tons of engagement. So that is a good sign for this project. So here I'm on a post where there's no giveaway or anything. It's just, they're just making an informational tweet, and we can see lots of engagement, right? So that is a good sign that we want to see. Again, I'm not affiliated with Cyber Gorillas. I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm just trying to show you guys an example, but that is what we want to look for. And then also on giveaways and stuff, if there's not a lot of engagement on a giveaway post for an NFT project, that means that, there's probably not a lot of hype behind that project because people don't even want to get on the whitelist, or they don't want that free NFT. So just keep an eye out for that. Usually you should see, a few thousand people engaging with the tweet where there's like a whitelist giveaway for a certain project to actually see if it's pretty hyped up. So be careful with that. There's a lot of projects doing the whitelist giveaways on Twitter and they have no engagement, and that's a really big sign that the project is not going to perform well. So that's one of the things I look at. Now, next thing I want to talk about is Instagram promotion and how it's a little bit of like a red flag. Now, I'm showing this account here, no shame or hate towards them. I'm just showing this as an example. This is entertainment purposes only. So I'm just showing this as an example for how Instagram promotion is really unreliable when it comes to NFTs, and how you should not be looking at this as a source for your like financial advice or anything. So we can see here on this Instagram page, there's a lot of posts of NFT projects and just NFTs in general. And that is because, for the sole reason that NFT projects are willing to pay a lot for promotion on this account, and they're willing to go ahead and post as much as promotion as needed. So a lot of these projects are actually not even implementing any utility to the project. There's the founders, I don't think they really care if you make money on the project or not. It's more like a cash grab type feel. So I'm just putting that out there because that's how I feel. I feel like this entire account, it just like feels very cash grabby. So be very careful with that. I'm sure a lot of these projects are made by the same person. That is my guess. A lot of these projects literally have the same team from the same place, and they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and they keep tricking you guys. So be careful, guys. Again, it's not that hard to get on this page. You just got to get in contact with a certain person, tell them to post it, give them the money, and they'll post it. There's no regulations or requirements to get on this page. It's literally anyone can get on this page. So just want to put that out there for your guys' awareness. I want you guys to be safe, and kind of like don't really look at Instagram when you're looking for NFT advice or like NFT information. So earlier on in this video, I answered a question that a lot of people ask me, which is, how do I be successful in this NFT space? And again, I said two things: Twitter and alpha groups. Now I'm going to get into alpha groups. Now, there's many different types of alpha groups that you guys can get into, but what these alpha groups do is they help you get into projects early. It's basically a team working as a collective to find projects early, to get into whitelist early, or maybe even get free whitelist by the creator of the alpha group. And then overall, it's just a very good tool for you guys to use to be able to be successful in this space. And it is a lot easier than working by yourself as a one-man show or a one-woman show. So just overall, alpha groups have improved many people's lives. It's made a lot of people a lot of money. So here I want to show you guys an example of an alpha group. This one's called Dark Echelon, which is owned by me. But what this alpha group is, it's a group where we basically have tools of like the daily analytics, the top mints, and like we have the wallet watchers and stuff. And then we also have FOMO alerts, which is actually custom created tools. Everything here is all custom created tools. So here, for example, this is called a FOMO alert tool / bot. And what this does is it alerts you, and it actually tags you when there's a high amount of FOMO in a certain project. So you can find this project early and get into this project early. Now, when there is a high amount of FOMO, it actually tags you. Here we can see there was a high amount of FOMO here. And when there's an extreme amount of FOMO, it tags you. And then from there, you can just literally click on the project, and then it'll lead you right there to OpenSea, and then you can go and figure out if you want to buy it or not. And then here we have the snipe alerts tool, and what this does is it actually tells you when there's a snipe on OpenSea. So for example, this NanoPass here was listed 10% below the floor, which is insane. So it tells you how much ETH you're saving, it tells you the percent you're saving, and then it tells you the floor and the actual price of that item listed, and then it tells you the level of that snipe. This is a mild snipe, right? So this is a very useful useful tool for literally anybody out there. This is an amazing tool for me. I've used it myself, and a lot of other people have used it themselves too. You guys can see in the Dark Echelon Twitter link down below how people feel about it. There's a lot of people that really like these tools, and they actually use them to be profitable. So here we can see, for example, that these creature worlds are being listed 10% below the floor, which would actually save you about 1.7 ETH, which is insane. So again, these tools are readily available for anyone that's a Dark Echelon holder. So if you own a Dark Echelon, you have access to these tools right away. The utility is available right away for anyone. And then at the same time, we do have the alpha chat and we do have the launchpad. For example, we had the launchpad here. We partnered with Metroverse. So again, we have partnerships with really cool hyped up projects. And then at the same time, we have the alpha chat and really useful bots. So that really covers my answer of like how to be successful in the NFT space. What are some tools to use in the NFT space to make you more successful? And what are some good alpha groups? So I just answered a couple questions and one for you guys. So that kind of covers a lot. And so I'm going to link the Dark Echelon OpenSea down below if you guys want to pick one of these up. And I will be doing a giveaway of a Dark Echelon on this video if this video reaches 1,000 likes. So go ahead and like the video down below, go subscribe down below and all that stuff. And if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll give away a Dark Echelon. You guys have access to all that stuff that I just showed you guys. So what I'm going to do is obviously leave the links down below for like certain tools that I've used to make myself successful and like that have helped me a lot. Which again, the Dark Echelon tools are brand new, custom made, and I just started using those a lot, and they actually have really helped me, and they've helped a lot of other people. And some other tools that I still use, like Nansen and Dune Analytics, which you guys have seen in so many videos on YouTube probably. But on top of that, I'm going to leave the links down below for like all the reputable people on Twitter that you guys should be following. And I think you guys should be pretty set overall. And this NFT space does move really fast, so you need to stay in sync with everything in terms of being active on Twitter and being in a solid alpha group. So when getting in early to NFT projects, and if you do find one on your own, and if you're not in an alpha group and stuff, there is ways to get whitelisted, which are pretty easy, and it is very easy to get whitelisted now. And those ways are, winning in a giveaway. You can either make NFT art for a project. You can even make a music video for an NFT project. You can make music, or you can make 3D animation, or you can make fan art. There are so many things you guys can do to get whitelisted nowadays besides just being active in the Discord or being helpful. And if everyone's doing the same thing, it's going to be very hard for mods on Discords to be able to whitelist you. So, and the name of the game right now is whitelist. If you're not getting into the whitelist, your chances on making profit decrease a little bit. So that's why I'm really pushing like the whitelist thing to you guys. I just want to make sure everyone can be successful here as much as possible. But besides that, guys, make sure to go subscribe down below, go like the video. And I also want to stress and tell you guys that make sure you're having fun in this NFT space. There's a lot of new connections you guys can be making. You guys can be building so many new connections in this NFT space. Make sure you guys are active, guys. Be nice, be humble, be thankful. This NFT space is the coolest thing on the planet, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.